get you past all the exams. And the number one question I get before I do my live, so I'm hoping to save some time and make it less chaotic, is what do I do? I'm taking the test tomorrow or 2 weeks or whatever it is. So let's, first of all, if you're taking it tomorrow, too late, you're fucked. Okay? No, I'm kidding around. Get some sleep. If you're taking it tomorrow, you should not be on my live. You should be getting sleep and you should be going over customer accounts. Literally any exam you take, literally any exam, you should probably read customer accounts. I have crash course videos you can watch, playlists you can watch. Go watch those and get some sleep. If you have a significant other, make sure they do the right thing or ask them to do the right thing. And you don't want to make them do anything, but you ask them. Just massage, that's all I'm talking about. Just keep you relaxed, no fighting, stuff like that. Now, if you're taking it beyond tomorrow, so if you're taking it tomorrow, what are you doing out here? Get off here, click and get out of here. If you're taking it beyond tomorrow, so let's say you're taking it in 2 days. Tomorrow is no testing. It's adding knowledge, reading customer accounts, going over videos, hopefully my crash course videos or others. Bottom line is you don't want to stress yourself out. You don't want to take a test. I'm not a fan of testing. Some people like it. I disagree with it because if you go bad, there's no upside. If it goes bad for you, you're screwed. So I say, don't take a test tomorrow. Take it easy. Around dinner time, you're done. I don't care if you're taking the test at 5 o'clock at night. At dinner time, you're done. Okay? Don't do anything. Again, the night before is always kind of go out to dinner. Don't go, pounding, going fireballs, but just literally go out to dinner, maybe talk to people who aren't involved in it, who don't care about the test, don't want to hear it. You want to do stuff that just relax you. If you have SDC or Notman, they have these little sheets that you can go through maybe the day before. Make sure you go over it like hot sheets or key topic stuff or crunch time facts. Again, I have crash course playlists, a whole playlist on almost every test you can take. Now, let's say you're taking it more than 2 days out. So what you want to do is within the up to, but not including the last, I don't even know if that's right. The last 8 to 10 days is testing, okay? Before that, you're reading and quizzing and testing, all that. A lot of focus on reading, mostly focus on reading, watching videos, adding knowledge. But in the last 8 days, not including the day before, so whatever that is, so 10 days before, you're going to take tests every day. One test, not two. If it's a 63 of the SIE, maybe you can take 2. But again, I don't think it works so well. Oh, I feel the heat on my back. I really just want to turn around and take a dive. The problem is when I go in there, there's a manatee warning. The boats have to go around me. I have to wear a flag saying manatee, don't hit me, stuff like that. Now, up to but not including the day before the test, you are to take one final a day. Now, remember something. When you do a final, review the whole thing, not just the wrong answers. And what you're going to do is you're going to kind of do a triage. There's really 3 or 4 choices. You look them over. If you got it right for the right reason, you're good. Move on. Make sure you read the answer why, okay? 2, if you got it right for the wrong reason, mark that down. You have to review it because if you got it right because you guessed, that's just as bad as a wrong. Almost more dangerous, right? Because you think you got it. 2, if you got it wrong because you misread it, which happens with the Kaplan, Past Perfect, SDC, even Achievable, all of them, you can misread it. If you get it wrong because you misread it, but you knew the concept, don't worry about it. The last one is you got it wrong because you didn't know your shit. That you have to review. So really, you're going to have 4 choices, mark them all, and then if you got it right for the right reason or wrong because you misread it, but you understand the concept, don't worry about it. The ones you have to review are the ones you got right for the right reason, and then the ones you got for the wrong reason. The ones you got for the wrong reason. See, when I talk too fast, my brain is here, my mouth is here, and they're not in conjunction. And then ones you got right for the wrong reason, like guessing, and then you got to be honest with yourself. Don't be like, oh, I think I know it, or the ones you got wrong for the right reason. I guess the right reason to be wrong, you don't know it. If you're starting to memorize questions, buy another QBank. STCS 4 supplemental exams. If you want, buy Kaplan. But again, you don't want to add a new QBank in the last few days. You want to do it out so you can literally get used to the question because you don't want to switch it up the day before. Again, you need to go in there like a badass. You need to go into the test like I'm going to fucking own this shit and you're going to run it, okay? You got to go in there confident. You got to understand that if you go in there confident, if you go into this test as a confident badass, not cocky, confident, I know my shit, then when you see a hard question, you're going to go, oh, I can do this, okay? And you can work through it or even mark for review, shit like that. If you go in there where you're not sure and you're like, oh, I'm afraid, then every hard question is going to look to you like, see, I knew I should have waited. And that's a bad thing because you won't try it. I've seen that so many times where if you give someone positive confirmation of good work, they're willing to work a little bit harder on the question. If you're like, oh, I'm not ready, they go, oh, I knew I wasn't ready. They give up. We don't want give up. We want you to attack it like you know your shit, okay? And that's literally it. You maybe want to watch some of my exam walkthrough videos, join my live, but not the night before. I don't want to see you the night before. I want to see you after you pass so we can play a song for you and blow it out your ass, okay? Good. Okay, everyone, go beat this thing. You got this. I believe in you. I 100% believe in you. And you need to say every morning, get up in the morning, brush your teeth with your offhand, even if you want to brush your teeth with your foot, and keep saying, I'm going to pass this. I'm going to pass this. Say it like 10 times with confidence. Not I need to pass it. Not I got to pass it. I'm going to pass it. That's your goal. Go beat this thing. We got it, baby. Good morning, Vietnam. Welcome on. Hopefully you can hear me. Where the hell is my thing? There it is. Okay. Hopefully doing. Oh, that's not good. We don't want to be that close to me. Woo! That's some bad shit. Nothing makes you hate yourself more than being on video twice a week. Okay. Welcome on. Happy Thursday, June 12th. I can't believe we're into June. It is outstanding. I love this shit. Okay. Let's get into it now. Okay, so first of all, Joe A, this is for the 65, 66, 63. This is NASA night. Tuesday is my day for FINRA stuff. So if you're in for the 63, 65, we got you. If you're in for the NASA, get the fuck off. No, okay. Now, voting dog, how do you? Okay, here we go into a couple things. Let me get a couple things out of the way. Don't forget, we have the membership thing tomorrow night, every Friday night. For the mere, whatever, $25 you want to call it, whatever slang you want to say, $25 a month, and that means rates have to be $8 a class. We meet for an hour at 6 p.m. Eastern every single Friday night. Not 4th of July, because I am taking that day off. I go shoot the fireworks. But other than that, we're in. $25, we go over it, but it's a nice group. A lot of people start study groups out of there. It's really awesome. Now, secondly, is if you need tutoring, obviously I'm here to help you. I'm Series7exam.org. I have 4 tutors under my Mason, my brother, Mike. I have like 4 or 5 tutors under there now. It's great. So you can go that way. And if here's the other thing for the 65, 66, Michael Weiss over at Series7examtutor.com is outstanding. He has a CFA. He was in the business like I was. It makes a difference having tutors in the business. You can look us up on BrokerCheck and everything. Now, the lastly but not leastly, okay, go check out Achievable. I swear to God, nobody teaches this shit better than them. I have a link in most of my videos. I don't think they're in the lives, but they might be. And you get a $10 discount, but they're super cheap. They explain this stuff better than anyone else. They really do. Okay. I think that works. Okay. Voting dog. Okay. So the 63 covers mostly, it's like very little product stuff, very little suitability, mostly rules and regs as far as it goes to state registration, like broker dealers, IAs, IARs, agents, securities, what's a security, what's not, and ethics and prohibited activities. That's kind of the test. The test is mostly about registering the professional or registering the securities or the exemptions or ethics and prohibited activities. That's what it is. It's not an easy test. People definitely miss it. Like sometimes the wording's too long. Sometimes sometimes they run out of time. Sometimes they freak out. A lot of different reasons. Okay, onward. Asked and answered. I got it. Okay, I have to work the first half of the day on my essay exam. Okay. Not much in reality. Not much as far as just how to stay calm, other than relax. Okay, you can't. This is my thing. I have a big problem with getting upset. You get upset about stuff, right? So you really have to do is just kind of relax. Think it's not a big deal. Don't worry about it too much. Just let the shit flow. Okay. Just be good with it. Okay. Think it's just a test. Now, the question is, you have to think Friday, we're screwed, right? Just do what you can. If they say we want you to take it quicker, fine, you can do that, but don't worry about the timing so much. Worry more about getting the stuff done read first. Maybe you got to read first. Here's a bigger one. A lot of people think beyond where they are, right? They go, oh, I'm thinking about the next test, the next test. Don't worry about that. Focus on today. Let's see if I can do this right. Focus on today and today only. That's all you want. Focus on what you do today. Focus on, can I get past one chapter today? Or can I read for an hour today? Focus on the little shit. I'm a big picture guy, so don't worry about it. But I do understand a lot of times if I see something really big and I go, oh my God, I can't do it. I go, what can I do? Like I had to do, I have to clean up my fucking garage. It's a massive thing, right? And I look at it, I go, okay, I went in there, I took out one thing, threw it out. Then I go, oh, there's a bench I have to build. I thought it was going to be a pain in the ass. It was 4 pieces. So I just did that now, right before the live. Took me half an hour. I now have a massive hole in my garage that's not filled. I have 2 big bookcases. I may put back here. I may throw them out. I don't know, but I'm going to do one thing at a time. So Sam Spencer, focus on one thing at a time. One little thing, one thing, make little victories. Get an hour in. Boom, then you're done. Then get another hour, and then those are success. Don't think I got to finish this by the end of the week, because in reality, then you're failing every day. Focus on what's in front of you. I'm a big fan of what's in front of me. Handle the shit as it comes to you. Okay, good. Hope I'm on the right one, aren't I? Today, oh my God, I'm on the wrong one, aren't I? That's the problem. I'm on the wrong one. Oh, that's funny. But everyone figured it out, I guess. Hold on. I got to change the name, baby. See if I can. That's pretty funny. Now I know why you guys are asking that shit. I'm on next week's. I'm an idiot. Okay, but anyway, hopefully we can figure this out. That's because I was wondering where Jeff was. He just said, are you on? And I just realized that's why you're asking. But it is 6566, even though it says that. That's hilarious. Update title. See if I can. Here we go. That's very funny. That's hilarious. See if it'll work. Boom. Okay, I think I'm in. Nope, didn't matter. Okay, everyone are going to figure it out. Okay. I was wondering, he's like, where are you? He's probably going, wondering where the hell I am. Okay. That's what happens when you do shit outside of it. Okay. So maybe I should send a link to everyone so they know to get in here. That's pretty funny. The good thing is everyone's on here because you get the alert. So I received a 67% on my first Series 7 exam. This TC. Hey, how are you? You're probably going, where the fuck is he, right? Luckily, everyone else got the alert and they came on, right? Because you get the alert on YouTube.
I'm not that important.
No, but you come on the other way, so that's why you're not getting the alerts. That's very funny. God, what an idiot I am. Okay. That's because somebody said, "Is this?" That's why Joe asked that question. Is it SIE? And I'm like, no. I'm like, you're an idiot, but I didn't say that. And then I'm like, I'm the idiot. I'm the idiot. That's fucking crazy.
Okay. We're all here, so we're good.
Okay. Good. We're good stuff. We're all here. We're all together. Okay.
There we go.
Okay. Back to this. Yeah, you know what? I would go get so you got to switch. If you're memorizing, you got to switch vendors, right? So I would go, first of all, I think I would absolutely go toward either switch to Achievable or go get the Kaplan Cubic. Either one. Achievable is going to be a little more expensive, but they teach the stuff pretty well and you got close. If you want something that's going to help you more, then with questions, then go get the Kaplan Cubic. That's probably your best bet. That's going to help you a lot, I think. Okay, here we go. I'm trying to fix this thing. I'm an idiot. Okay. I really am an idiot in this. Okay, this is bothering me. Okay. Evan! Hold on, get back to this before I jump on. Ozen, I would think get the Kaplan Cubic. You have a lot of time. You have a month. Either get the Achievable program, run through the whole thing, or buy the Kaplan Cubic. But read STC again and then use the Kaplan questions to go through it. Evan! Oh, wait, look at that. He did it. I love it. Get the Achievable and maybe buy the Kaplan Q Bank. Just keep spending money. I'm just going to write checks for you. Just keep doing that. Just keep spending money. Get the Kaplan Q Bank, and because you have $50 between Achievable and the Kaplan Q Bank, you'll rock this thing. Back to this, Evan. It's outstanding to get that shit done. Boom, baby. I love it. Any surprises on there? Okay. Gabe, that's outstanding. I love it. I love it, love it, love it. That's awesome. I'm so happy for you. That's it's you're gonna feel a difference. You're gonna be really feel a difference on that. Okay. There you go. Here we go. I'm studying for the 63 now. Focus on state level securities regulation principles. There you go. There you go. That's what we're going to talk about. I like it. That's because somebody asked right in the beginning what's on the 63. And that is the answer. Okay. Up close and personal. I think so. This is what I tell everyone. If you wanted just one thing, get SDC. They're good. They've been doing it forever and they got a good question bank. If you really want to learn this stuff, get Achievable and then buy the Kaplan Q Bank as a supplement. I mean, I would still even with SDC buy the Kaplan Q Bank as a supplement. It will help. It really will. Okay. Joe A, that's awesome. So have you posted in the Facebook group yet, Joe? That's going to help you a lot. It will definitely help you a lot for if you go in the Facebook group or even on Reddit, even though Reddit's toxic shit. Now, the Facebook group, in case you're not wondering, because I know you're all wondering what it is, it's this going across the bottom. FINRA and NASA Exam Test Prep Network. It has almost 8,000 people in it. People are joining groups, study groups all the time. It's fucking solid. Okay, back to this. And then, guys, if you have questions about tutoring or anything, and also there's a new thing we just started doing, which I found pretty valuable. We've already had a couple of people do it, and they loved it, okay? Right now, Jeff is really good at creating study plans. So we set up a thing where you can sign up, and instead of paying me the $100 for a half hour, you pay Jeff $25, and he focuses and makes a custom study group for you. You do it on Zoom, right? You do it on Zoom, right?
I think
you can even share your screen to show him where you're weak, and he can give you ideas. He's not going to give you answers for the test and all that, but he's much more about setting up a study plan to go around your work, around you have kids and stuff like that. This way, we have a dedicated person who's vested in you passing. Even if you don't do the tutoring, it's for anyone who wants to do it can go on there.
Here, I'll post it.
I think that works. Okay. So, Joe, go join the Facebook group and post in there on the 63 chat. Unless you have already, it should help you a lot. Okay. There's the link if you want to book that shit. Okay. Gabriel, hold on. Let me get to this. Okay. Marie, how'd it go? Usually when people just tell me they took it, it's not, they don't end up on the good end of it. Marie, how'd you feel during it? Did you pass? Did you not pass? Okay. Oh, so let me, I think I answered. Oh, you dogs are suck. Don't ever get dogs. Okay. Okay. Alakuni. Oh, I think I'm saying it right. I don't think it's as hard, but here's what I tell everyone. Act like it's just as hard as the other exams. Okay. Act like the 63 is as hard as the other exams and you'll be fine. If you kind of blow it off and kind of treat it as an easy exam, then you're going to have a tough time. So I tell everyone, it's an easy exam if you study hard. It's a hard exam if you study easy. So I would really focus on, what do you call it? On getting the words down, here's the one thing that hurts everyone. The ethics and prohibited activities is a killer on this thing. Everyone thinks, oh, it's not that hard. It is hard. It's not hard. It's just a lot. And it's not like definitional. It's more like, you have to understand the different concepts. Okay. Gabriel, that is freaking fast as hell. Now you're on for the 63. Give yourself a week for that and go bang this shit out. But remember, the one thing about the 63 that it's not like the other exams, it's a real time crunch. It really is. It comes at you hard and fast. Like you're pumping along on the test and you realize you only have 10 minutes left and 15 questions or 10 questions. And all of a sudden you notice that every question is a goddamn paragraph now. So that happens. Some people get 63 questions that are like paragraphs, like you're reading War and Peace. Okay. So you got to get yourself down when you're doing the practice exams under an hour, not 30 minutes. You got it yourself on the practice exam for the 63 only under an hour. Okay. Okay. Brittany. I'm Brittany, bitch. Okay. Now, cramming a bid for the 66 tomorrow. Last minute advice. Took to 7 April Fools and 66. Wow. That's a roll. That's awesome. You go from April Fools to Friday the 13th. That is outstanding. Oh, really? Tomorrow, Friday the 13th? Okay. As long as it's not Mercury retrograde, too, I think we're okay. Now, we're not in Mercury retrograde. Okay. Brittany, last minute stuff. Hopefully you watch the crash course. Read every question, read every word. But here's what I'm going to tell you. Either tonight or tomorrow morning, go over, if you have STC, it's investment advisory clients, go over like joint accounts, trusts, and estates. That's going to be big, okay? Go over joint accounts, trusts, and estates. I think that's your best bet, okay? That's really important to go over because it's not that it's hard, but it's heavily enough tested that I think that that's your best bet. I think if you do that, you'll get some easy points on that, okay? So Jeff, this is right in your alley. I'm going to get a drink while you handle this one.
Really?
You want to read it first?
Yeah, let's take a look. Oh, there we go. Taking on Monday. Hammering QBank, watching videos, open and tips. Yes. Okay. So as you're going through these, TJ, as you're going through the exams and you're scoring great, you're right where you're supposed to be. Just make sure, because I always tell this, and I think Gear Grinder here was mentioning it a little bit. After you take the tests, make sure you understand the explanations that are given by the book. It's very important that your thinking is aligned with the explanation that they're giving for the question. And then if you want to take it a step further, try to back into it and figure out why they may have listed the wrong answers as the other options, because that will give you an idea if you have a complete understanding of what you're studying, whether it would be, on rules or regs, things like that. And think about what those answers might be applying to. What are the other rules and regulations? Remember, it's important to answer the question, not just pick the right answer, because there could be two answers there that are correct, but it might apply to different questions. So make sure that you're looking at the right answer to answer that particular question.
Ooh, news. Israel just attacked Iran. Okay. This should be fun. How's that? I like that. I heard some of it. Good stuff. Okay, here we go. Let's see if he responds. Okay. And also, see if you see Marie respond. Because usually when somebody said they took the 66 without a pass. Some people do it to me like, Erin says, like, I missed it by 1 point, and then she was kidding. Okay. Do I have any opinion of not my marks? If there any better resources? I'm taking this essay in 63 with them. It goes into granular detail. Yeah, so Chicken and Pickle Butt. What a great name. Okay, now, I'll leave it up there so we can read it. I like them a lot. I do think they go a little deeper than needed, but they will prepare you. So if you really want another vendor to help big picture stuff, go get the Achievable or STC. Achievable would be cheaper than the STC, but they're both solid. Kaplan tends to go into details too. Notman definitely goes into details. Their videos are good. And the good thing is, if you're passing the Notman, for the most part, you're passing the exam. That's a good thing, that you know the stuff well enough that it's good. Like, I was on the panel with them, and I'm much more of a big picture guy, and they're more into the details. It's fine. We have different attitudes. I think I personally like my way better, but it could be because I'm fucking lazy. Who knows? But I never worry about the little details. Much to my wife hates that shit, that I don't worry about little details. And I kind of believe in the lucky girl syndrome. Like, I figure, I'm just going to think everything's going to work out, and it kind of does. I mean, I don't think it always will, but I kind of prepare myself, and we'll see what happens. But think always, whenever you're doing these questions, whenever you think, like, see a rule, try to put a story with it. Like I just did a spin-off video, because I've been hearing this on the 6 and a couple of the tests. So I just did a video like 20 minutes, 30 minutes ago, I posted it. I just gave a story about PepsiCo and Yum, and it kind of makes it sick. So try to do a story with it also. Again, I don't want you people using ChatGPT as a primary at all. But if you want big picture stuff, go in there, plug it in, find a video, maybe find a video that I have and go, okay, does that explain it? I try to think big picture because here's my thing on this. If you can understand the big picture, the details will come. Because if you understand what the thing is, the details go better. Like I understand options and short selling and all that stuff. I understand the equity stuff like an expert level, right? So the little details are easy for you to remember because they work. So the more you understand, before you try to understand this stuff, the details come. I do like Notman. I do think they go a little deeper than they need to, but that's fine. Their videos are good. And but again, if you're passing their stuff, you're good. If you want a big picture thing, go to Achievable. Okay. Okay, here we go. I think so. I think if you're, look at your scores. You're tracking up. As long as you're not memorizing, you're in good shape. Go take the ones I have on my exam walkthroughs. I have a bunch of them. And I have an exam walkthrough playlist. The first 5 are SIE exams. The first one mimics the vibe of the test. Have you taken the one that that FINRA puts on their website? Okay. Oh, there you go. He just answered that. Yeah. You're fine. Levi, you're fine. If you scored an 85 on their exam, if you want to go take mine on my exam walkthrough playlist, the first one called 75 questions, you'll know because it has a lot of annoying colors. If you can pass that one, you're going to be in good shape. Okay. There you go. Joe A, look at it. I love it. Okay. I like when they help each other out. Okay. 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 So, could I explain soft dollar arrangements for the 66? Yeah, they are. As long as, remember, soft dollars are allowed as long as they benefit the client, not the IA. Now, I think of them, I know them very well from the broker-dealer side. The IA side's a little different. But here's the deal in this. They are allowed as long as it's monitored and tracked and all that stuff, and it's only for things that help the client. So what's soft dollar? So I'm a broker-dealer. I cannot charge you for advice or stuff like that. I can't. But I can charge you for doing trades. So I'm going to use that to help me out, to help me help you. So if you want research that I can get for you, or you want to go to a seminar that I can get tickets for, or you want software that I can have access to for you, I can actually get that. I can pay for that. And then you pay me an extra. So if I normally charge you the IA a penny a share, what I'm going to do is say I do $20,000 worth of research for you and I give it to you. I can't really charge you for it. I'm going to say you owe me 20 grand. So I will move your commission up by 2 cents. So you normally pay me 1, now I pay me 2. Now, as you pay me commissions, that 1%, 1 cent goes to me. The other 1 cent goes to what you owe me. And then we have a contract. And once you pay off, so in reality, you'll do 40,000 in commissions, 20 in my pocket, 20 to pay back the research, and we're ecstatic. But it has to benefit the client, not the IA, unless the IA is benefiting and helping all the clients. So that's a big deal. Okay. Hope that helps a little bit. They are allowed as long as there's a lot of paperwork and shit involved. Okay. Now. Okay, Madeline Broadway. I will get to your other question too. Okay. Now, this is interesting. Let's see if I have it. Let's see if I can share screen. I have a great little thing that we're going to talk about. I may have to cut Jeff out to do this, but we'll deal. Okay.
I'm already cut out.
I did, right? I cut your ass out. Okay. Oh, with the words, right? Chelsea! Okay, hold on. I'll get you in 1 second. Look at this. Boom, Chelsea. I knew you were ready. Boom, boom, boom. That is outstanding. And threw me a cup of coffee at the same time. I love it. Boom, I love it. That's outstanding. I have a new one for you. Let's see if this one works. Hold on. Let's see if this, I hope this isn't going to be really stupid.
There's a place you can go. I said, young man, when you're short on your dough, you can stay there. And I'm sure you will find many ways to have a good time. It's fun to stay at the YMCA. It's fun to stay at the YMCA. They have ever.
can't complain about that one, even though it's a whole 24 seconds. And I probably just cut it blocked in every fucking country in the world with that. But that is outstanding, Chelsea. That's what you get for passing the 7 and coming on here and being a loyal viewer for such a long time. Okay. I promise I'll get to the other ones. I'll get to all this stuff. Okay. Okay, hold on. Tony, you're done. Boom, 2 months of no background, you're done. So you're done. So you know what you're going to get. I love it. That's awesome. I love that. And thank you for telling people to watch me. Outstanding. I love it. Love it. Love it. Let me get back to her. I want to help people out here. Gear Grinder, don't be tweaking. We got this shit. Okay. Now, Stephanie, we're back to you now. Sorry, I had to do that shit. Now, I think I have to change the way this is. There we go. Now, I'm going to have to cut. We might have to cut us both out. Share screen. See, wait, my internet is super duper slow. Yeah, I got to change this. I got to check this all out. Hold on. How do I do this? Okay. If we take us out. Oh, if I take us out, you can't hear me, right? Hold on. Let me kicking you out for a second. Doesn't help. I want this bigger. That's what she said. Okay. We can sort of see that, right? Okay. So that's not totally blocked, right? Okay. So, Stephanie, I have this on a video. This chart will save you. Okay. So here we go. Broker dealers are for broker dealers, the top row, the 2 top rows. These are these are firms. Broker dealers execute. If you see the word execute, no broker dealer. They register with the SEC, FINRA, and the states. Okay. Now, IAs are firms. They give advice. They register either SEC or state, never both. Now, look down here. These work for them, okay? So, look, the agent here works for the broker-dealer. That's the deal. They work for the broker-dealer. And the IA works for the IAR works for the IA. That's the way this goes. I have a video that goes over this. Now, IAs register either federal or state, never both. So, they register if they're over 110 million or they manage a mutual fund, they have to register with the SEC. If it's under that, they register with the state. And then the IAR registers with the state only. So broker-dealer, all 3, SEC, FINRA, and then a state they do business in. Now, this is what I tell everyone. No office, no retail, no register, right? So if there's no office in the state, no retail in the state, then the broker-dealer doesn't have to register. Now, that sort of works for the agent too if the broker-dealer is not in the state. If the broker-dealer is in the state, even if you don't work out of their office, you have to register if you have any kind of office or any clients. You don't get the exemptions. On the IA side, you only register if you're federal, you don't ever register on the state level, but you only have to register or notice file if you have an office in the state or more than 5. Broker-dealers, even 1 client, you have to register. Retail. On the IA side, more than 5, you have to retail, okay? More than, if on the IAR side, if it's more than 5 or an office, you have to register. But again, a federal covered advisor will never register at the state level. But if they have an office or more than 5 clients, they have to do what they call a notice file, which is literally just saying, hey, we're here. Here's a couple bucks for a fee. And that's it. You're not going to worry about it too much. It's just a little paperwork. Hope that and I have a video on this. It's like one of the first 5 or 6 videos in the 65-66 playlist. It'll help a lot, Stephanie, I think. Okay. Back to this. Unshare. We bring Jeff back. How was Purgatory? Good? Okay.
That was great.
Yeah, okay. Okay. Oh, wait.
It
was on. That's great.
I saw this question before, and I was waiting for you to get to it.
Okay. So this is when I first worked at a unnamed broker-dealer, where Jeff I worked, I was sat down by the COO. And I said, how do they make money? And this is what he said to me. So we have 300 traders. This will help you, okay? So this is what I think of day traders. And my son tries to be one, but okay. First of all, you'll get, and this attitude will play out with NASA, that they don't believe it works, okay? Especially not efficient market theorists. He said we have 300 traders. On any given month, maybe 30 of them make money. On a month, maybe less. I don't know. Jeff has a better idea, but that's probably not far off. Okay. On any given, out of that 30, maybe 10 of them do it consistently. And out of that 10, maybe 5 make enough to live off of. I could be a little more. I don't think I'm way off on
You're
that.
close.
Yeah. So, and that's also 15 years, and I can't remember anything. So the point was, we don't like them. I mean, look, high frequency traders, as what I think Jeff always said, the day traders, they love their job because every day is a new day. Every day could be the day, right?
Yep.
It's like every day could be the day they do it. So that's all it is. So now, under NASA, they do not believe it, okay? They do not believe that it works, especially not efficient market theory. So it's not that they'll tell you not to do it, but you have to give them disclosures. You have to say it's not for a moderate trader. High frequency day traders are bad in the grand scheme in 66 because, like, if they're gonna push a strategy, the only strategy that NASA will ever get behind is dollar cost averaging. So if you ever see a thing like what strategy is best for market timing on the long haul, dollar cost averaging, not sector rotation, not asset allocation, not day trading, none of that shit. Also, efficient market theory doesn't believe it works either because they believe the market is efficient. That's where the weak, semi-strong, and strong is, right? Strong believes that all news that is public and private is built into the price, and the price is what it is. Like, it won't change with news. I don't really believe, but it is a tweak of it. Semi-strong believes that all public knowledge is built into the price, but private is not. So if new information comes out, then it'll change the price. And the weak believes that all past prices are built in, so you can't use technical trading. We don't believe it matters, but we do believe if you do fundamental, it might help a little bit. Semi-strong and strong do not believe in fundamental analysis. Weak sort of does. Says, oh, you might be able to find something, but semi-strong and strong believes it doesn't matter because it's built in. Okay, that there's no inefficiencies. Hope that helps a little bit, Madeline. I took a little farther than you needed, but I thought that's stuff on the test. Hey, that's awesome that you bought the Kaplan, but that's great. I do think it's, the QBank, awesome. So if you have achievable in the Kaplan QBank, you are rock solid. You'll be good. Okay, here we go. Fair. Yep. I agree. I don't think there's a lot of gimmies on the 65, 66. The FINRA exams, I think there are. I think NASA, it has like, say 40 employees, say, and they're really fucking bitter that they're just a small company. So they want to make sure they kick your ass. It's like, and I was at the panel, I was doing that panel, and I was told not to like bash NASA or anything, and it's fine. I mean, I like them, the people, but I do think it's a smaller group. So they have a little of the, even though Napoleon wasn't really short, in the Napoleon complex, that they got to be tougher than FINRA because they're smaller. It's like the little Italian guy from Staten Island complex. Okay. They drive a $80,000 car. Okay. I agree. Lots of definitely variable annuities. I'm not saying there's a million of them, but if you're not ready for variable annuities, it's going to feel like there's a ton of them, but they're definitely on there. Okay. Here we go. Good. Okay, that's right. Again, you're 9 days out. Every day, add a little bit. Every day, get a little bit better, and you're going to be fine. It's going to rock you. Okay. Don't worry about the retirement stuff. Do not worry about the retirement stuff. Okay. Pluto. Good. I love it. Read first. I know that that's not that night, but this is fine. If you're anyone just starting studying, read first. Spend the first 5 or 10 days just reading. Don't take a lot of notes. Now, again, I'm biased that I don't say take a lot of notes because I'm lazy. But I think they hurt you a little bit. I think because they make you not focus on the big picture and you try to memorize it, which I'm not a fan of. You got to understand this stuff. Okay.
Can you go back a couple questions to the one with the studying? Yes,
that one?
Yes, perfect.
He always has good questions.
No, I know. So, as I say, GG69.
Yep.
You're only feeling a little bit better. Well, I wonder, just out of curiosity, do you see a pickup in your scores just from like rereading and really concentrating on the explanations? I'm just curious to know, because to me that always helps, because it really breaks down, if you're getting a full comprehension of what they're asking.
Good. I like it. That's definitely what it is. And by the way, Madeline, I saw you join the Facebook group. I just let you in. It's awesome. Okay. I was checking it while you're talking, and I saw she joined. Okay. I do. Let's see. I'm not going to answer his question till he answers because you asked him a question, right? Okay.
Yep.
Pluto, read as much as you can. Okay. Okay, so I have a video called Ethics and Prohibited Activities. That'll help. That really makes it easy. In the 66 playlist, I have an Ethics and Prohibited Activities video. I don't think I put it in the crash course because I think it's a long one. I don't want to really overwhelm you guys with that stuff. That's some really high-level videos. Everyone taking the 66 or 65, make sure you watch the crash course. No, when I say that, I realize that nobody listens, okay? Because did I say this the other day that one of the guys I was on the panel with, Brian Marks, he said he talks to people at Netflix, and he said, did you know that they write the scripts knowing that everyone's second screening them? Meaning everyone watches Netflix, he knows they're looking at their phone at the same time. So they write the scripts that way to make sure that you ever watch some videos on Netflix, they'll explain things multiple times through the show. Like they'll repeat something because they know that most people only catch about 20% of what's on the show. Maybe that's why those stupid Bachelorette shows are so good because you don't have to follow a plot. I don't know because
don't they do like these movies and everything based on like artificial intelligence and like algos about how people watch movies on Netflix? Didn't they actually do full movies based on that?
Yes, they full on know it.
They're just sucking us in.
I know, but it's very cool. Do you know it's moving out by us? You know, Netflix is building a studio in New Jersey.
You gonna have your own show?
Oh, I'm gonna walk by every day. Like, I always joke. I used to joke whenever you know they film in the city all the time and they have the trailers.
Yeah.
I'd always make sure I call one of my students while I'm walking by and be like, no, buy it there, sell the bid. I always do that, hoping I get picked up.
Are you that guy on the train that talks big numbers and really loud? So that
no, never on a train. Never on a train.
You know the people I'm talking about, right?
Oh my God. Yeah, exactly.
We're looking at a $10 million deal here. Come on, we got to get them going.
I know. And they literally could have texted it.
And you're like,
no, I only talk on the phone when I walk by the trailers, hoping the director. I need that fat guy. That's the exact fat guy I need to come on and be a trader in my movie, my new multi-million-dollar movie. So I was sort of about joining the central casting to be a background actor.
Good.
I was in one. No, I wasn't really in it. There was, I guess, you were doing 24, and it was like I was caught in the crowd of people doing like it was supposed to be like, it might have been some movie about where they hated a president, and I got caught in the crowd, and they filmed while I was there, but I don't think I was in it.
You're like the Michael Scott of FINRA exams.
Yeah, maybe. That's right.
No, my favorite. I love coming to New York for my favorite pizza place.
Oh, I love that shit. My favorite local food, right?
Yeah, it's
Sbarro's and right. Exactly. I love it. And Bubba Gump Shrimp.
And then
I love the local cuisine, Bubba Gump Shrimp and Sbarro's.
He goes, I really know my way around the city, and he ends up in Brooklyn.
Oh yeah. I know, he's very funny. Okay. So anyway, back on that. Do the ethics and she's like, I just wanted a fucking answer. That I didn't want a fucking story. So ethics and prohibited activities. I have a video on there called that. I was guaranteeing every vendor has it, but I'm a big fan of reading it too. So, yeah, true. Because I don't know if the market will be up or down tomorrow.
Oh, it could flip 16 times before tomorrow morning.
It's fucking incredible. Like every time somebody says, like my wife goes, "What about this?" I said, "Wait," and then it flips. They're not even in the market. She'll get upset about Trump saying something or not saying something. Goes to, and I go, "Just wait," and then it flips. The exact opposite of the first reaction comes out. So anyway,
Yep.
Okay. Brittany, right? Okay, formulas. So after I do this, I can probably find it while I'm talking. I have a video called Formulas That You Need to Know. See if I can find it. Formulas. Let's see. Yep, here it is. It's only 10 minutes long. Let me get this. This is a great one. It's formulas you need to know versus formulas you need to recognize. So Brittany, find that. I just put the video in there. Yeah, Billy, don't worry about the notification by filing. They haven't done that in fucking 20 years. Okay. Dallas. That's fucking. I think that's a fake thing, but yeah, that's fucking forever. Okay. Hold on, George. I'll get to you. Boom. Hold on. I'll get to you. I'm almost there. Where am I?
And hold on a second. Just somebody just Rachel, can you just put in what you've been scoring on the practice exams for the 66?
Yep.
So when we get to your question.
Yep. Good. Okay. Let me get back to where we were. Okay. So Brittany bitch, I just put it in the bottom. Okay. And I put the video into what you need to know versus what you need to recognize, and I explain them a little bit. Okay. Okay, here we go. Exculpatory. Ty, you're up next. Exculpatory provision is something that you can't do. Exculpatory is you write a provision saying you can't blame me if it goes bad. That's like a hedge clause. You can't do that. Now, built in is that if market conditions will affect returns, but you can't say you can't blame me for it. Like I said, you can't put in a clause that they can't blame you.
And remember, one other thing, Madeline, remember you owe me your scores that you are going to start with the practice tests for the 66.
Oh, God. Did you talk to her already?
Yeah.
Okay, got it. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So Ty, depending what test you're taking, like if you're taking the SIE in 7, SIE, I would buy the Achievable program. I have links in most of my videos for it, and then watch my videos. You'll fucking kill it. For the rest of them, you can go Achievable or STC. And the reason I do that is because I like STC and Achievable both for the other exams. But the reason I do that too is because none of them sell their question bank. Only Kaplan does. So this way, if you run out of questions, you can buy the Kaplan Q bank. The problem is if you buy Kaplan and run out of questions, you're screwed because you'd have to buy a whole new program. It just you have to think long term. Think, okay, if I do this, I might start memorizing questions, so I got to get another vendor. But if you buy Kaplan, then you're stuck buying the entire package of the other vendor. But if you buy STC or Achievable, you can buy the Kaplan Q bank. I am working on a deal for that. Okay. LIBOR and SOFR. Okay, so I think they go use SOFR now. I don't think people use
no more LIBOR. It's all SOFR.
Yeah, so LIBOR is a lender interbank overnight rate. It's like their version of the Fed funds. It's the base rate that the banks lend to each other.
Overnight funding rate for SOFR.
Overnight fund. That's what it means. What does S stand for? Standard.
I think it's securitized. It's
secure. Right, maybe. Oh, that's right. Okay. Overnight, whatever funding rate.
Secured,
it's just the base rate.
Secured overnight financing rate. I always
got okay. So it's the lowest rate. That's where banks lend to each other, and that's the base rate. So a lot of times, if you're really good, most people get the prime rate. But sometimes when broker deal, like when you guys used to do deals, like with other broker dealers and lending, it'll be like, oh, it's LIBOR plus 1, or now it's SOFR plus 1 or SOFR plus 2, and then whatever it is, you're like, say 2 broker dealers want to work a deal, they'll say, oh, we're going to pay you SOFR plus 2. So whatever SOFR is, you'll have to pay 2% over that. Or something.
And the reason they switched was that too many independents, I think, were using LIBOR and putting their own rates to it, whereas SOFR became like a standard.
Right. Okay, that works. Oh, they were doing their own
regulated
thing, right?
rate. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Good. Okay. I don't know that they'll do that, Jacob, but they could. I mean, it's good to. Here's the thing. That's a vendor thing to prove you know the difference. So here's the thing. So this is not that bad. So look, if you look at this 102.2, if you remember, guys, and this is for the 65 and the 7 in the SIE, if you see a decimal or a dash, it's a treasury. If you see a decimal or a dash, it's a treasury. So because back then we used to write everything down, we shorten everything. So that's 102.2. That's really 102 in 20, 30 seconds. So you would do 102. You would do 20 divided by 32. 20 divided by 32 is 0.625, right? It's 5/8. So you do 0.625, okay? Then don't do it in your head. Add it on the calculator. Plus 102. That will equal 102.625. That's how much the treasury actually costs. The quote. Because it's not 20. Like if you see 102.25 is not 20, it's not a quarter, it's 25, 30 seconds. Here we go. That's the new price. Now, if we do the other one, remember that 102.625. Then we do the corporate bond, 3 divided by 8. That's because that's a fraction. 3 divided by 8 is 0.375. Then you add on the calculator, not in your head, because if you do it in your head, people add the 0 to the 9. So it's 99 So that's 99.375. So now you have numbers. You're going to do 102.625 minus 99.375. And there's your difference. You got to get apples to apples, okay? I'm not saying they could do it, but it's good to know how to do both. I'll put it that way.
Another thing to remember is the decimal versus the dash. Always
Decimal or dash, right?
Yes.
Yep, good. Okay. Okay. You got Chelsea done, Tony done, Anthony Lima. Oh, Anthony, find my. Hold on. I'll just make it easy. I'll send the fucking video to you. I'll put the video in the link. Hold on. Because he was asking if I zoom out on that. It's hard to do, but I'll give you the damn video. If I can goddamn find it. Just gotta find the playlist. I have way too many playlists. But I have to organize it somehow. Oh, maybe it's in here. Let's see. 63 definition overview, example security. Oh, here we go. Quick and easy, baby. I don't like that the delete button is very close to the share button. Okay. Anthony. That should help you. That's the video of what that Sean Denson. Thank you. Oh, she said, I see who said she didn't forget. She's just taking forever to read it. Okay. Where were we? So Anthony, I just put the link for the video in the chat. So grab that. And if you're on your phone, you might not be able to do it. But if you're on your laptop, you should be able to see it. Okay. George O the Jungle. Okay. Boom. How should it? Hold on. You don't just get to say that and not move on. Let's see if this is going to be any good.
I feel good. I knew that would done.
Boom, baby. See, all new songs. I worked on that. Okay, so now. Okay. How do you attack to 7? What do? First you do is read the fucking book. Cover to, if they're going to let you, read the freaking book cover to cover, then do chapter quizzes, then do progress or a little bigger exams, then do finals, then pass the test. And if you want, join the study group. We have the study group every Friday night. It's $25 or $50, depending on what you want to do. And we meet every Friday night. It's $25 for the Fender class, plus all my options videos, and then $50 for the options class, plus the Fender class.
To be clear, can you break down that math, please?
I can do that.
Thank
Okay.
you.
So if you join, let's start with, since most people here are NASA, I'll start with that one. If you do this series study group for $25, you can either get the 65, 66 class or the 7 class. Same price, same membership. If we do that, that's once a week we meet, other than July 4th. I think I even did it Christmas Eve. That means if you're doing $25 a month divided by 4, that's 8. No, less. 6 times 4. Yeah, it's about $6 a class, right? Right? $6.25 a class. I think that's right. Right? And I gotta do the math. 25 divided by 4, $6.25 a class. That's fucking cheap as hell. So that's if you just do the 7 alone class. If you do the options class also, that's $50 a month, but it's 8 classes a month, which works out to be, look at that, the same thing, $6.25 a class. It's boom. Okay. It's really cheap, and it's a great group of people, and a lot of them end up becoming study partners, and they grow with each other. A lot of women. Only women are smart enough to do this shit. Okay. Let me get up here. Okay. Okay. Okay, Chelsea, you're up next. Okay. Okay, so here's the deal. It's not about state or SEC. It's that well, it depends, right? It's a broker. If you're saying, I know the question. So this is the thing, Jeff. So let's say I own a Ford dealership, and I come in and say, listen, if you buy the new Ford Bronco, I'll give you 100 shares of Ford stock. The question is that an offer and a sale? Yes, because you have to buy the car to get the share.
Rivian did that.
Did they?
I think so.
So they had to be. Well, they were an issuer too, so they probably had an exemption. But it is an offer and a sale, so they had to be registered.
Oh.
Now, however, if you did a test drive of the Ford Bronco, and you got a 1 share of Ford, that's a gift. So they don't have jurisdiction. That's where they get you, Joe A. that it's not about registering state or federal, because I don't know where they would, because you'd have to be a broker-dealer, which means you're registering with the SEC and the state. But if they say under NASA, then you register with the state. If they say under the SEC, then you register federal. But again, it's not about both. It's not about either or. It's about does the administrator have jurisdiction? The answer is yes. Okay. Where to start? First of all, read the book. Second, find my Series 65, 66 playlist. That's literally the playlist that you want to find, okay? You find the Series 65, 66 playlist. I think I just had it. No, that's the actual. I'll plug it in here if I can find it.
Do you think the 7 is harder than the 66?
No, I think they're just fucking different. And I think some people.
I was thinking the same thing. I don't think, like, I remember studying for the 7 and I remember studying for the 66. And I think the 7 almost like flowed better. You know, it's just a different way of studying. It's longer, but you know, there's more topics. But the 66 is like a more condensed, you know, rules.
Right. Yeah, and some people do well. Some people do well on the 7 and don't do well on the 66. Some people suck at this. Like Michael LaRosa, he failed the 7 3 times, but he passed the 66 on the first shot. So Anthony, what? Okay. Oh, he did. I did miss a question. Listen, literally what Jeff said to the other guy. What did you say to him? The other guy who was taking it Monday.
Just make sure when you're reviewing the tests, make sure you're reading the explanations. Make sure that your thought process is the same as the thought process that they're putting in the explanation. And then if you want to take it a step further, look at the other wrong answers and figure out why they were the wrong answers. That, to me, is when you really had complete control over the subject.
Good. I like it. And Sunday, no testing. Watch the crash course. Go over it. And again, I tell everyone for this exam, for the 65 and 66, go over estates, joint accounts, and trust the day before. It's not hard. You just got to do it. Anthony, I think that's what you meant by your first question. I know it. Got to roll down. Okay. So again, I just put the playlist in there. Start with that, but start reading first. Remember, my videos are a supplement. They're not a primary. Promise me, everyone, that you're not going to use my fucking videos as a primary. I have some people do that, but they're really good test takers. Don't take that chance. I get it, man. Here we go. So IARs do not post a surety bond. And in reality, the agent can have custody, but what happens is the broker-dealer posts it for them. That's the way it is. A broker-dealer will post a surety bond on their behalf. But here's the thing. As long as their net cap is over 35 grand, they're not going to make them do it because they waive it. I bet you couldn't find a broker-dealer with a net cap under 35 grand. It's just not a thing. So IARs cannot have custody, so they cannot have a surety bond because they can't hold things. They can have discretion, but they can't have custody. Okay. Don't sweat. I don't know if he's talking about Dallas, the city, or the show because I'm old, but I never watched Dallas. Okay. I know JR. I like JR only because I like to Dream of Genie. Okay. Nobody.
The house on Dallas is not as big as I remember as from a kid. When they would pan by it. Now everybody has houses that are so much bigger than that.
Oh, I know. Crazy. I know. Like I'm watching Landman. Have you ever seen that show?
I know the show, but
it's Billy Bob Thornton. Yeah, it's good. It's all about an oil people. It's really good. Okay. I also like those shows. I loved Yellowstone, but I haven't watched
the Dukes of Hazzard.
Of course I did. Every Friday night.
8 o'clock. 9 o'clock was Dallas. Falcon Crest.
I never watched Dallas though. Never.
No, neither did I.
Once it came on that song, I was like, okay, gone.
I watched The Hulk at 7 to 8, and then watched.
You won't like me. You won't like me when I'm mad.
Angry.
Don't make me angry. You won't like me when I'm angry. Okay. Bill Bixby was great. Okay. Everyone's like, shut up. Stop talking about shows from 50 years ago. Okay.
Are we that old?
I'm 57.
Yeah.
No, this is what I explained to everyone the age. So I was born in 67. World War II ended 22 years before that, right?
There you go. That
So
makes
now
it
here,
feel
that's
better.
true. So it's kind of like I think it's ancient history, but it's not that far. This is the way I explain it. My 3-year-old granddaughter was born 22 years after 9/11. So her being born in 2022 is as far from 9/11 as I was from World War II,
That's crazy.
right? So I think it's ancient history. And to my mind, 9/11 happened like a year ago, maybe 10 years, but yeah, it's crazy. Okay. Okay. So Billy, don't worry about the 3 things: qualification, 1 state; coordination, multiple states, which means you register SEC and states; and filing, which is just mutual funds and Reg D have to file, and they just kind of letting notice filing. They're just letting the states know they're there. The other one I forgot. I think it's called notification, whatever that is. It's like big companies that aren't exchange traded. I don't give a shit. I haven't seen a question on it yet.
That was regarding didn't you get
Yep.
more value out of it? So
Yep, that's fine. So yeah, I mean, look, you're going to get better at it all. Don't sweat the federal nearly as much as the state. Okay, promise me, because remember, even the federal laws, you're looking at them from the state lens. You're looking at them from the state side, not the federal side. Okay, good. Okay. Here's the deal. So I know I have to do a new video on it, but here's what happens. So anyone who joins a serious study group, make sure you join before noon and turn fucking notifications on. And while you're here, hit like and subscribe if you want. Okay, now, and if you haven't subscribed, you're not asking a question anyway, but here, like and share it to someone who you think would be really offended by what I do. Now, on the Zoom classes, they happen. So the 65-66, which is what I think you're doing, is 6 p.m. Eastern. Please, everyone remembers Eastern. I feel bad when I finish up the 8 o'clock class and I see somebody log on at like 9:01 for the 65 class because they're on the West Coast. And I try to log on and talk to them, but I'm too fucking tired by then. But I feel bad. So remember, it's Eastern, 6 p.m. Eastern. But here's the thing. You got to put notifications on because I put the link out through the membership tab at around 4 p.m. Eastern. If you're not on, you won't see it. Okay. It's funny. I couldn't tell when you do a link because my shit gets all fucked up. Okay.
Yep.
Oh, look at this. Laundry.
That's big.
That's awesome.
Big.
That's outstanding, Laundry. He's a badass. He was great. Okay, so Rochi, I'll get you. Let me get this. Don't do the 169. That's for principal exams only. Okay. Here we go. Hold on. Well, I'm way behind now, aren't I? Hold on. I am. Yeah, I'm 20 minutes behind. Okay. So again, that's good. Okay. You have no fucking choice. Samantha, here's what you can do. Get Speechify and just have it read it to you. But do everything. This is what I tell everyone. I have a video on this. Use the Pomodoro method. Take your phone, set a timer for 20 minutes, throw it outside the room. When it goes off, do not just focus on reading for 20 minutes. When it goes off, doom scroll for 2 minutes. Set another timer for 20 minutes and go back. Do it in 20-minute blocks. It'll help. I promise you it helps. Also, if that's still a tough time, get this Speechify. It'll cost you $25 a month. It'll read it to you. You can literally have Snoop Dogg or Mr. Beast read this shit to you. And it does it with AI, so it's not just like a robot. It actually tries to get and I think as more people do it, it builds up a knowledge base. So if that's where you're having, do that. You got to get through the book at least one time. My videos are supplement. That's it. Okay, here we go. So now, that's right. Remember, the vendors' questions are so much worse. The vendors' questions are so much worse on munis than the exam. The exam is much more about the suitability of it, not the little nitty details. Okay. Whoa. Okay. Shit. Reconsidering. Okay. So the only thing I can tell you about 529s is that one, it goes in after tax or goes tax deferred. But here's the thing: if you invest in a different state, you have to warn them. If they invest in a different state, okay. If they invest in a different state, you need to warn them. Okay. You need to make sure that you warn them that there's that there could be state tax violations because they're buying it. So if you're in New York, you want to do a New York 529. maybe the 529 looks better in Jersey. Maybe they have more offerings. They don't, I promise you. But if they do, then you have to make sure that that offsets the possible tax consequences. That's the big thing about 529s in this exam, is you have to warn them that there are tax issues. Okay, Rachel. Okay. I would tomorrow, no testing. I can tell everyone, I say this all the time. That's why I tell everyone the video that I do in the beginning, so I don't have to do this question a lot, okay? Because it takes a lot of time. No testing tomorrow. I say the same thing every time. Go over the crash course playlist. Go over trusts and estates and joint accounts. They're going to help you. If you want to do a little quiz tomorrow, don't do it. Don't buy, no questions in the website. Make sure you get sleep. That's the biggest thing. Get sleep. And here's the thing. You need to read every question. Look for the nuances. Look for little words that change everything. That's where they get you. Like somebody goes, what's PE ratio? And one of the answers was market price over earnings growth. That's not the answer.
Hey, Ken, just so you know, Rachel responded later. She's averaging 76s.
I do see that, right?
Yeah, okay.
So she's in good shape.
Yeah, you're in good shape.
You're in good shape. But look, like what I just said, like I got a question on PE ratio, and the answer is actually a lower value. A lower PE means there's more value, like because it's a value. Low PE is a value stock. They throw answers at you that are a little just off. Like I literally think sometimes when people write the questions for NASA, have no idea what they're writing. Okay, so you're gonna be fine. Okay, ACATS. Okay, love you too, Sean. Now, ACATS, yes, you need to know that it's a way to transfer shares from one broker deal to another. So here's what happens. If I'm at JP Morgan and I'm going to Jeff at Goldman, I'm going to go to Jeff, fill out my TIF, my transfer initiation form listing all my securities. Jeff will then send it to JP Morgan, the old firm, and they have 1 day to validate and then 3 days to deliver. That's it. It's not the only way to transfer, but it's the easiest way to transfer. You can literally just withdraw them and do it. The other thing is, this is more of a 24 question. The old firm can't really block it unless there's certain reasons. Like even if they try to convince me to stay at the old place, they have to complete the ACAT, and then if I want to come back, I have to ACAT it back. You can't stop an ACAT unless it's like fraud or proprietary stuff, and then you can only stop like if JP Morgan has like their own proprietary fund and I try to transfer it, they can't do it. Or if you don't know where the account is. But bigger deal on this: 1 day to validate, 3 days to deliver the shares to the new firm. Okay. Boom. Okay, get those finals done. And remember,
This was because I told her that because we discussed it and she was going to send me her test.
And as you told her, probably you should spend more time reviewing the test than taking it, right?
Correct. That's why I wanted her to get through the book and get to the big questions.
Rochi, I'll get to you in 1 second. Now, Series 7, remember, this shouldn't have been a 7 night, and I apologize. I'm answering it because I screwed up. This is user error, not your error. I think there's a fair bit of both. Don't focus on one. By the way, less math. There's the investment company vendors love to make you figure out POP and NAV and all that. You might get one question on that. It's both of them are much more about suitabilities. Maybe the munis, they want to do quoting, but it's, again, the investment company is much more about Class A, Class B, stuff like that. Yes, they'll have NAV and pop stuff, but not really a lot on the math. This is not a math test. Okay. Okay, basis as far as bonds. Okay, basis means yield to maturity. But here's my next thing. Basis points, 100 basis points is 1%. So 50 basis points is 0.5%. So if you think of an eighth, that's 12.5 basis points, right? No.
Which would appear as 0.125.
Yeah, 0.125. 12.5 basis points, right? It is. So I'm right. So it is 12.5 basis points. I'd have to think about that, right? So if you move up 100 basis points, is the bond's going to move down $10 and the rate's going to go up 1%. So if you go from 95 and it goes up and the yield goes up 100 basis points, or let's say the price goes down 100 basis points, you're now at 94 and an eighth, not 95 and an eighth, because it's $10, but it's 1 point. I hope that helps a little bit. I probably just made it worse. But remember, 100 basis points is 1%.
I would say worry about the basis points more on the percentage return. So if something is a 5% return, 100 basis points extra would be 6%.
There you go. I love it.
That's how you do it.
Yep. Good. That's outstanding. Okay. I don't have a dump sheet. I don't have a dump sheet for the six. I don't really. Achievable does. Achievable has like But guys, everyone go to Achievable at some point, and you can check them out. They have a free dump sheets for every exam. Not a dump sheet, but like a quick highlight sheet. It'll help. But I don't really do the dump sheet for the 66, other than that chart I do for the broker-dealer IA, and that's in the video I just attached. And I think he said, whoever I sent it to said it, you can't click on it. But just look for my 65 playlist. Okay, that's your best bet. That's a 65, 66 playlist in my video, in my channel. Okay. Right, we spoke. Okay. Get your own fucking YouTube account, my man. Okay, go on. Go. So you know what? The best way, email Jeff. He'll show you how to do it.
If you're on a computer here, I'll put it in here.
Oh, yeah, it's right. By the way, it's right below where he wrote it.
Yeah. Here, right here.
Okay, good. Boom, okay. And yeah, there you go. Click on that. If you're on a phone, it's going to hurt you. Okay.
And it's serious study time.
Yeah, do not do the 169. That's only for principals.
No,
okay.
Only, yeah.
Where am I? Okay, here we go. You have a cool analogy for them? I want to hear it. Okay. Yes, you have to read the fucking book. More than the set, not more than the 7, but as much as the 7. Just get through it. Please, Chelsea. Please get through it. Let's get through it one time. I know you don't want to. Nobody fucking wants to. And by the way, I am so fucking happy that you're closing accounts. I love hearing when Lonray's such a nice guy. I love hearing that he closed that account. Okay, I'm looking to flip a car for a profit. This car's okay. That's fair. This is how he does CAPM. Okay, that's fine. The CAPM is all about risk. So CAPM is about you're using the level of risk to determine your return. So you go, oh, beta. The formula is beta, right? So if your risk is, if you have a beta of 1.5, you should expect to go 1.5 times the market. Let's see what he does for Sharpe ratio. Okay, good, George. We got this. Okay. Sharpe ratio, even though you have it, Sharpe ratio is basically, are you getting enough reward for the risk you're taking? And again, your analogy may kill it, but I'm just helping it out. Okay. That's where the Sharpe ratio comes in. If I may get 5%, but my risk is so much that it kind of makes it worse. So Sharpe ratio uses standard deviation, mark expected return minus the risk rate divided by standard deviation, which is risk. That's the thing what people don't get. On the 7, risk is losing your money. On the 66, risk is earning something other than what you expected. So this is what I tell everyone. If you do your CAPM voodoo math and you figure it out based on your risk, you should be earning 18% a year. So here's my question for everyone. If you earn 24%, is that a good thing or a bad thing? So if you're expecting 18 based on your risk and you earn 24%, is that a good thing or a bad thing? I will come back on that. Okay, Roshi. Okay. Okay. Is it best to try and speed through material? What I mean, I don't get what you're saying. So speed through material and give myself a chance for. Oh, I got it. I mean, if you can get through it and take the test in like 3 weeks, yeah, it's not a bad idea. If you only think you only get 2 months, you kind of want to take it before so you have 30 days to take it. I agree, because I'm not a fan of taking it twice, but if you really only have 2 months, I'm a fan of taking it once early. And then this way, at worst, if you get lucky, you pass. If it's not, you get the world's greatest practice test. But anyone taking the 7, find my video where I go take a brutal exam. It'll help you a lot, I promise you. It'll give you an idea of it's definitely the same vibe as a test. Don't give up, baby. Yes, Mr. Ponchi, that's it. Don't get depressed. Because this is what I tell everyone. The test does not define you, okay? The test does not define you. It is not you. Once you pass, and you got so fucking close, you're there. But don't act like you missed by 3. Act like you missed it by 30%. So reread the whole book again. That's your best bet. Reread the book again. I promise it'll help. Okay.
And 27 days is the perfect. 4 weeks to me to retake the test is a perfect amount of time. Take a couple of days off, relax, clear your head, go back. You're going to read through the book. You're going to pick up on the concepts. You're going to probably get through it quicker than you did the first time. And then you start doing the questions and you automatically start getting higher scores on the practice exams than you did before.
I agree. It's awesome. I love it. I think that works. So, yeah, but read the book. You can spend the first 10 days reading the book. Okay.
Yeah.
Do I have a hack? Hold on. Here's the thing. So, look at Lanre. He missed it twice. He missed it one time and then he nailed it, right? So, he missed the SIE, the 66 twice, nailed the 7. Yeah. That's awesome. Lanre, that's awesome. They come and ask you because I know you're going to send them to me and all, but that's awesome that you're the pro. You're the expert. You came in with your shit done. That's awesome. It's a great feeling to walk into a job knowing you don't have to take any tests. I don't know. No, Samantha, I don't think they're going to ask questions on that unless you're talking, like, let me go over that. So I think I figured out. At first, I didn't know what you're talking about. Now I got. So if you are a pension consultant that's over 200 million, you have to register as a federal covered advisor. Well, you don't have to. You can. Now, private fund advisors don't have to register. They're called exempt reporting advisors. As long as they don't have a statutory disqualification, they're exempt from registering until they hit 150 million. Once they get over 150 million, they have to register. Okay, they have to register with the SEC. However, the exception to that is if you're advising a venture capitalist fund, they don't give a shit. You could have 20 billion and you don't have to register. Okay. Hope that so it's 200 or 150. 200 for pension consultant and 150 for a private fund advisor. Hope that helps. And there's no limit for the venture. There you go. That's amazing. Lanre, yeah, get me your fucking video. I'll post it. I promise. I'm going to put Aaron's up, I think, Monday. Okay. Aaron had a great one. Made my wife cry. Okay. Okay. I would again make sure you watch a crash course, which is good. Go over if you're using STC. Make sure you do a last minute review of their crunch time facts, and then, as I tell everyone, for these exams, go over trusts, estates, and joint accounts. It's not that it's big. It's not that hard. You just want it fresh in your mind in case they ask. Okay. I'm using STC. I'm scoring high 60s. So 70. Yeah, you know what? Okay, you're right there. Maybe, so you're taking next week. Maybe spend 2 days. Like spend tomorrow and Saturday just reading or watching videos on your worst sections. And again, but here's the thing. If it's math that's hurting you, don't worry about it. But I would say maybe spend a day or two just reading and building up knowledge on your weaker section, then take a test either Saturday night or Friday or Sunday night. I think that's so tomorrow and Saturday, read, watch videos, and then on Sunday, start taking tests again. I think you'll see a big difference if you do that. Also, remember at STC, as you go along, the tests get harder. 12 is harder than 11, 11 is harder than 10, and so on and so on. So if you're scoring in the low 70s on the later exams, you're probably in good stuff. Ryan is going to fucking crush it tomorrow. Absolutely. Okay. Ash, finally. Oh, God. Okay. Yes.
Good move.
Yes.
Good move.
Don't do it right. Don't, everyone, if you're going to sign up for this shit, don't do it through your phone. Although, wait, I own Apple stock. Yes, do it through your phone. No, they add 30% to your thing. So if you want to throw an extra 30% to the bottom line of Apple, do it. But I'm so diluted, it doesn't matter. Is it up? I don't know if it's up or not. Okay. And I have it behind there. It was like 198 yesterday. I don't know where it is now. Okay. Yeah, it's crazy. Don't make Apple money. Okay. Don't get tweaky, baby. You're going to be fine. You got 9 days. She's 2 days out and she's 76s. You'll be there too. Okay. No, no, I think you don't mean dollar cost averaging. I think you mean dollar weighted return. Dollar cost averaging is that's how you invest in a mutual fund. You put the same amount of money every time and it gives you a better timing. That's not this. So time weighted is how you compare managers because they don't use your inflows and outflows. Dollar weighted counts your money going in and out towards your return. So that's how you tell your return, not there it is. Oh, it's up a little bit. Somebody must have bought on iPhone. So dollar weighted or averaging counts the money. So when you're looking at your own personal return, you would do dollar weighted. When you want to compare managers, you do price weighted. You do time weighted. Am I getting close? Okay. Madonna. Vogue. Okay, now. Okay, we're getting there. Yes. Oh, it's awesome. Achievable. Well, here's going to help you a lot. I mean, you got so close, you literally have to make up 1 or 2 questions. But here's the thing. Use the entire Achievable program, okay? Go through the whole thing. Even call them up and ask them to reset it, okay? Okay? If you have enough time, like say you have more than 2-3 weeks, okay? Go with Achievable and figure the whole thing. If you want to test yourself, go by the Kaplan Q Bank. That'll really challenge you. Your scores will drop a little bit, okay? Because they're hard. But if you do Achievable and it says you're in the 90% range, you're going to be fine. You're going to be fine, okay? I got my student going. I'm in the session. Okay. Here's a broad question. I'll come down with what's the value of viewing?
Want me to take this?
Yeah.
Very simply, when you read the question, try answering it without looking at the answers. That'll show if you really have a clear understanding of that question. And the point of reading the explanation, if you answer the question on your own without looking at any A, B, C, or D, and you come up with the right answer, and then you read their explanation and it matches theirs, then you know you have a full understanding of the question. That's the concept.
Good. I like it. Okay. That works. Okay. Boom. There it is. There. Ash is going to do it with you. See that?
There you go.
But after you talk to Jeff, I have other tutors on there that can help you. Okay. That are cheaper. But join the study group. That's going to help you a lot. Class took a 62. Okay. But I know you were. I'm just fucking around. I know we're Lonre. We're on a good. We're on a, okay. Don't Oh, Lonre, just email it to me. If you send it in the Facebook Messenger, I could probably download it. So if you hit me on message on Facebook, just put it in there. Keep it under 3 minutes. I had one girl that did it. I had to make her do it because she literally just said the whole time, "Are you scanning?" Like she mentioned my name like 30 times, which I love. But I said, you have to chill a little bit. Nobody wants to hear you mention my name 30 times. Okay. Don't worry about don't worry about the pensions too much. Don't worry about it too much. Just know that it's a qualified plan and it's probably a defined benefit, if anything. And if you're a consultant for a pension plan, if it's over 200 million, you can register with SEC. That's it. Okay. You want me to pass the SEC 60? Okay. Of course, Chris. Of course, we got you, baby. As I tell everyone, my job is to drag you across the finish line, whether you like it or not. That's awesome. Kicking and screaming. Okay. Okay.
Yes.
Yes, exactly. They get harder.
That's a
There we
good
go.
thing.
Meant that. Yeah, I knew what you meant, baby. I knew. Yeah. Yep. Yes. I knew what you meant, Madeline. We got you, baby. That's one good thing I'm pretty good at. When people go, "Oh, I have a question. I can't remember the whole thing." If they give me half of it, I kind of know what they're looking at. So it works. Okay. Everyone, that is outstanding. This was a busy one. I like this. I didn't think I was going to catch up. And even though I gave you guys the wrong title, I'll change that so I'll change it after I shut it down. I can change the title, but I'm sure I'll be made fun of online somewhere for this, but that's okay. Matt, on you. Oh, hold on. Yeah, so go on. Okay. Yes, hold on. Yes, sometimes only two. That's more the SIE, but yes, if you're taking the 7, most time it's between 5 and 10 people. Usually between 8 and 15. Now, 1 week, I think 2 weeks ago, it was like 6 people because I had so many people pass in a row. It was crazy. Okay. 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 I think it works. And okay. No. The SCC tests get harder and harder. No, it's harder. Okay, so what you do is, Roshi, I think he put the link in like right back a little bit, right? If you're on your phone, you can, if you watch the video, this class again, give me a view. If you watch this again, and by the way, if I helped you, hit a like, please. I have no idea if I get likes or not. I don't even look.
Smash the like button.
Smash that like button and put notifications on so you see when my new shit drops. And we meet every Friday night at 7 p.m. for the 7 and at 8 p.m. for the options. Every Friday night, but not July 4th. Okay. That's awesome, Madeline. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Okay. That's awesome. I love that. I love hearing that because I have a big fucking ego. Okay, everyone. This is a good one. This is a good solid hour. And how long do we do? Hour and 25 minutes. That's nuts. Okay. And I think we're done. That's awesome. We're going to get out of here. I'm going to let you go with my no, you know what? I know we're going to give you a little motivational thing, but I will not be back. So everyone, if you have a question, come back next Thursday or join the thing tomorrow night. Everyone, have a great night. This is it. Today's the day. You've been studying your ass off. You got good night's sleep. You've been reading. You have your dump sheet done. You're going to walk in there like a fucking badass. You're going to get this, okay? This is the day. You've been working. This is what it all leads to today. This is it. You're going to go in there. You're going to read every fucking word. You're going to come out there like a champ. I know you're going to feel like you're failing the whole time, but you're not.